Hello, Temecula. I am Mayor Zak Schwank, and I wanted to welcome you to another episode of the Temecula Alumni Series. In this episode, it is my distinct privilege to welcome Chuck Washington back to our city. Chuck served regionally in our community for almost 30 years. He's given quite a lot to our community over the years. He served as Temecula's mayor twice and served on council for many years. He's now representing the thriving 3rd District on the County Board of Supervisors, and he is just an absolute wonderful person. One of the things I appreciate most about Chuck is just his dedication to our community. You can genuinely tell that he cares about everyone in our community and the surrounding area now at the County Board of Supervisors. So at this time, we'd certainly like to check in and see what Chuck Washington's been up to.
Hi, I'm Chuck Washington, and I'm currently the Riverside County 3rd District Supervisor, a position that I have held since March of 2015. I love my job, but I also have loved living in Temecula since 2000, and we're just proud residents of Temecula. You know, I'm currently serving in my 24th year, I believe it is, as an elected official. I started way back in 1995. I did 4 years on the Murrieta City Council before running again in Temecula in 2003. But those were jobs that more resembled maybe a hobby because the pay that you get when you're a council member is relatively low, and so you got to keep the day job. And my day job during all of that time that I served, the 11 years here in Temecula, 4 in Murrieta, I was an airline pilot for Delta Airlines. In 2014, I retired from Delta Airlines, and in 2015 went to the Board of Supervisors. And I just love having the opportunity to continue serving, and serving in a much larger way as a county supervisor. What my wife and I love about Temecula is, well, to begin, we love our neighborhood. We love the house we live in. We love the weather of Temecula. We love the diversity of activities, the wineries, all the great restaurants. And we have a lot of friends here. We've been here in Southwest Riverside County. This summer will be 34 years we've lived in Riverside County. So we just love everything about Temecula. One of the things I loved about being on the council was we were a small, very close-knit group of folks. I can remember the two terms where I served as mayor. Because of my airline job, I would have days off and I would just come down to City Hall and hang out and wander the halls and say hi to people and just find out what they were working on. And I liked that, and that just isn't practical or possible at a county that has 23,000 employees. There's no way that I could know everyone. But the work is very large, and as a result, I have a personal staff of 8, and they do a lot of the heavy lifting to get me prepared for meetings and making sure I'm where I need to be to do the people's work. So I do enjoy that, but I have fond memories of those years serving as a councilman, serving as a mayor, and just knowing everybody that worked here at City Hall and kind of knowing something about their own personal story. So, as I was saying, I've learned a lot along the way. And what I have come away with and what I try to apply now in my role as a county supervisor is the true understanding that democracy means nobody's going to get 100% of what they want. And we get the best outcomes, not only for ourselves and our group, but the best outcomes for the people that we're serving when we set aside perhaps less important differences and focus on the larger common areas where we can agree and move forward with something concrete in hand that we've accomplished, that we've produced for our residents. And when they look at us, and when we spend time, shame on all of us politicians if we're doing it, when we spend time being divisive and fighting with one another, I think that turns our residents off. So I think my advice to any electeds, and I've said this to many, focus on the things, the core things that really matter, and an understanding of what people really want out of their electeds. And I think you'll find that if you come together and collaborate, and I don't mean don't debate the issues that you want to talk about, but once you've had your say, made your point, and then find some ground that you can live on, and then you can all move together as a group and say, okay, I got 80% of what I wanted, and that's good enough. I can go home, I can sleep at night, I didn't compromise on my ideals. Understanding that the people that we serve is also a diverse group. So they may have different values. Their values aren't always going to be all the same values you have. So you have to understand that and be willing to compromise just a bit, I think. So I'm very happy for the decade that I had where the same 5 council members served, because I think we did some of our best work for the city of Temecula in that decade. And by no means were we all thinking along the same lines, different personalities, different beliefs. We were a diverse group of 5, but we came together and we saw that there was greater good to be achieved by us working together and collaborating with one another. And our residents kept reelecting us, right? Because they saw that as success. And they said, why change that? Nothing's broke here, so let's not try to fix it.